The history of Call of Duty Part 2. Last episode, we looked at how one form of gambling, loot boxes, and another, that of pay-to-win annual passes, helped to increase Activision's revenues. I ended up by telling you I would still keep my pre-order in place, even after acknowledging the latest news. Activision revealed late in their beta phase that Modern Warfare will have one mode, at least part of one mode, kept exclusively for PlayStation users. COD's evolution, whilst most recently the sire of controversy, has always been about fun mechanics. Go back and watch the footage of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare and comparing it to, say, the 15th title in the series, Black Ops 4. It looks its age. You will see where the colors aren't bright, the textures stretched look too thin, none of the objects even have proper rendering, and let alone shadow depth. These were from an era with much lower hardware expectations, and it shows. These days, the graphics are an expectation of the power of the hardware. Each COD release has innovated far more in terms of polygon design than can reasonably be said about map design or player progression. So let's look at that. Map design used to be the magic COD, back when player mechanics were a welcome break from the frantic pace of the Unreal Engine's myriad of releases. And then we had an era of maps that became laneways. Labyrinths became streets, and map knowledge conversely began to reach a high point amongst players. Reducing the number of environment advantages, doors, obstacles, half walls, down to a finite number meant map control became crucial. This suits console players who, via COD's World League, CWL, would go on to dominate the meta. Black Ops 4 saw the re-release of old map favorites. Rather than trying to break new ground, Activision made the regressive decision to make some maps Battle Pass only. Naturally, doing this reduces interest in those maps, and in some regions even makes them unplayable. Cheek of re-releasing a map and then to an entry tier player making it unplayable, and by extension giving them a reduced number of lobbies to join, is for a paid title a regressive move. The reviews showed that players, more or less, enjoyed the nostalgia of old favorites slightly reimagined, but at the same time were quick to point out the lack of new ideas. While the most interesting new maps in Black Ops 4 are in the Zombies mode, even the large Blackout BR map was given a small feature updates rather than additional maps or dynamic elements tied to a larger campaign narrative. One bright spark amongst it all is the recent Call of Duty Modern Warfare beta, which has gone back to more complex map design. Unlike regressive annual map design practices, when we consider campaign narrative as it impacts our player progression, I think that many of us associate COD now simply grinding rank levels, or more lucratively for Activision, an operation. And it's these operations that are copy-pasta from the Fortnite model, but whereas Fortnite is a free-to-play game with cosmetic-only microtransactions and passes. Getting started in COD is all about leveling up, unlocking weapons, earning badges, getting that rare rank bling after entering prestige mode for the 10th time, giving up everything only to earn it back again. That's the thing with COD. There are a lot of weapons, but in so much as there is a meta, all but 8 of them are complete junk. 2 ARs, SMG, a sniper, a few variants. Anyone watching the stream sees their faves using the same stuff. Let's not forget, the first operation, released after the Blops 4 beta finished, would have taken players 8 hours a day to play, which, given that it was a timed event, made it a large commitment. Literally, players calculated they would be working a full day just to earn a few virtual stickers to emote with, before publisher eventually bowed to community anger and the quota was halved. Each operation has had goodies at the end, but hey, after the 10th skin, you really care? Some do, and that's good for them. Nothing wrong with enjoying what a game has to offer you. At its core, COD is about a casual, quick-play multiplayer game, and I think the publisher believed players would have a Fortnite-like craving for personalization over other forms of content. COD runs on an annual cycle, developers passing the baton with each release window, keep the insatiable appetite for COD-style action alive. Passes and operations are for games that want to survive the hype train. COD just wants to ride it and jump off at every station. Apex Legends showed that free-to-play can be just as fun. Ground War beta for Infinity Ward showed COD can be something new. Experience tells us COD is like FIFA. A trash monetization strategy is the key to every global game publisher's cornerstone IP. Thanks for listening, champions. See you next time.